Welcome to Certification Terminal, your ultimate destination for all certifications. We are thrilled to have you here. Today, we're diving into another video of ISC Square's cutting-edge cybersecurity certification practice exams series. At Certification Terminal, we're committed to being your ultimate certification Q&A hub. We're here to support you on every step of your certification journey. If you find value in our content, don't forget to show your support. Hit that like button, subscribe to our channel, and share this video with anyone who could benefit from it. Now, let's get started on your path to becoming a certified cybersecurity pro. Question number 1. What is one of the things you can do to demonstrate due care as an IT security professional? Option A, share sensitive information openly within the organization. Option B, implement security controls without considering the organization's needs. Option C, regularly update software and ignore security alerts. Option D, none of the above. The correct answer is Option C, regularly update software and ignore security alerts. Regularly updating software and promptly addressing security alerts is a crucial aspect of due care in IT security. It helps to minimize vulnerabilities and protect the organization's information assets. The other options are incorrect, as they involve practices that can compromise security or neglect the organization's specific needs. Option A, share sensitive information openly within the organization, is incorrect. Sharing sensitive information openly within the organization goes against the principles of information security. Due care involves protecting sensitive information and ensuring that it is only shared with authorized individuals, based on a need-to-know basis. Option B, implement security controls without considering the organization's needs, is incorrect. Due care involves understanding and aligning security measures with the specific needs and requirements of the organization. Security controls should be tailored to the organization's risk profile, industry regulations, and the nature of its business. Question number 2. How does a firewall differ from an intrusion detection system? Option A, a firewall and an IDS are both types of physical access control. Option B, a firewall and an IDS are the same thing. Option C, a firewall is used to filter incoming and outgoing network traffic, while an IDS is used to detect and alert on potential security incidents. Option D, a firewall is used to detect and prevent malicious activity on a network, while an IDS is used to filter incoming and outgoing network traffic. The correct answer is Option C. Firewalls are positioned at the perimeter of a network and serve as a barrier between the internal network and external entities, filtering traffic based on predefined rules. Their main purpose is to control the flow of traffic and prevent unauthorized access. In contrast, an intrusion detection system is designed to monitor network or system activities for signs of potential security incidents. It does not actively block traffic, but instead raises alerts when it identifies patterns or behaviors indicative of malicious activity. Option A is incorrect. Firewalls and intrusion detection system are not types of physical access control. Physical access control typically refers to measures such as biometric access systems, keycard entry systems, or security guards controlling physical access to a facility. Firewalls and intrusion detection system are network security mechanisms that operate at the digital level to protect against unauthorized access, attacks, and security incidents. Option B is incorrect. Firewalls and intrusion detection systems serve distinct purposes in network security. A firewall is primarily designed to control and filter network traffic, based on a set of predetermined rules, blocking or allowing data packets based on criteria like source, destination, and type of traffic. On the other hand, an intrusion detection system is focused on monitoring network and system activities, identifying patterns or behaviors that may indicate a security threat, and then alerting administrators to investigate further. Option D is incorrect. The roles are reversed in this statement. Firewalls are primarily used to filter and control network traffic, based on predetermined rules, whereas intrusion detection system is focused on detecting and alerting on potential security incidents. Firewalls can prevent unauthorized access by blocking or allowing traffic, while intrusion detection system identifies suspicious behavior for further investigation but does not actively block traffic. Question number 3. What is the primary objective of integrity in information security? Option A, availability. Option B, confidentiality. Option C, authentication. Option D, accuracy. The correct answer is Option D, accuracy. The primary objective of integrity in information security is indeed accuracy. Integrity measures are implemented to prevent unauthorized modifications, alterations, or corruption of data. By maintaining the accuracy and trustworthiness of information, integrity ensures that the data can be relied upon for making informed decisions, and that it has not been tampered with or compromised. Option A, availability, is incorrect. Availability in information security refers to ensuring that data is accessible and usable by authorized parties when needed. While availability is an essential aspect of information security, it is not the primary objective of integrity. Integrity is more concerned with the accuracy and trustworthiness of data, whereas availability focuses on making sure that data is available when required. Option B, confidentiality, is incorrect. Confidentiality is about protecting information from unauthorized access or disclosure. While confidentiality is a critical aspect of information security, it is not the primary objective of integrity. Integrity is specifically focused on preventing unauthorized changes or alterations to data, ensuring its accuracy and reliability. Option C, authentication, is incorrect. Authentication is the process of verifying the identity of a user, system, or entity. It ensures that only authorized individuals or systems have access to specific resources. While authentication is crucial for security, it is not the primary objective of integrity. Integrity is more concerned with the accuracy and reliability of the data itself, rather than the verification of identities. Question number 4. What type of control is a biometric reader that grants access to a data center? Option A, technical control. Option B, physical control. Option C, administrative control. Option D, authorization control. The correct answer is Option B, physical control. Physical controls involve mechanisms that physically restrict access to a facility or system. Biometric readers that grant access to a data center by verifying a person's unique physical characteristics, such as fingerprints, retina scans, or hand geometry, fall under the category of physical controls. These controls are essential for securing physical access to sensitive areas like data centers, ensuring that only authorized individuals can enter. Option A, technical control, is incorrect. Technical controls generally refer to the use of technology to manage and control access to systems or data. While biometric readers are a form of technology, the specific context of physical access to a data center suggests a more direct physical control mechanism. Option C, administrative control, is incorrect. Administrative controls involve the establishment of policies, procedures, and guidelines to manage and control access to systems. While administrative controls are crucial for overall security, they are not specifically associated with biometric readers, or the physical access control aspect highlighted in the question. Option D, authorization control, is incorrect. Authorization controls are typically related to the permissions and privileges granted to users or systems after authentication. While access control mechanisms play a role in determining who has permission to access specific resources, the specific use of a biometric reader for physical access to a data center aligns more closely with the concept of physical control. Please hit the like button. Question number 5. Which type of backup provides a complete copy of the dataset regardless of previous backups at a specific point in time? Option A, snapshot backup. Option B, incremental backup. Option C, full backup. Option D, differential backup. The correct answer is Option C, full backup. A full backup involves creating a copy of all selected data files, regardless of whether they have changed since the last backup. It provides a comprehensive snapshot of the entire dataset at the specific moment when the backup is executed. Full backups are useful for creating baseline copies and standalone backups that can be independently restored without relying on previous backups. Option A, snapshot backup, is incorrect. A snapshot backup captures the state of the entire system, including all data files, at a specific point in time. However, the term snapshot is often used in the context of storage systems or virtual machines, where it provides a point-in-time image of the data. While similar to a full backup in capturing the state at a specific moment, the term snapshot is not universally used in backup scenarios and might have specific implications depending on the context. Option B, incremental backup, is incorrect. Incremental backup involves backing up only the data that is changed since the last backup, whether it's a full or incremental backup. It does not provide a complete copy of the dataset at a specific point in time, but rather captures changes made since the last backup, reducing backup time and storage requirements. Option D, differential backup, is incorrect. Differential backup involves copying all the data files that have changed since the last full backup. While it captures a subset of changes since the last full backup, it does not provide a complete standalone copy of the dataset at a specific point in time. It relies on the last full backup for a complete restoration, along with the differential backup. Question number 6. What is the contrast between symmetric and asymmetric encryption? Option A, symmetric encryption uses a single key for both encryption and decryption, while asymmetric encryption uses separate keys for encryption and decryption. Option B, symmetric encryption uses separate keys for encryption and decryption, while asymmetric encryption uses a single key for both encryption and decryption. Option C, symmetric encryption is used for logical access control, while asymmetric encryption is used for physical access control. Option D, symmetric encryption and asymmetric encryption are the same thing. The correct answer is Option A, symmetric encryption uses a single key for both encryption and decryption, while asymmetric encryption uses separate keys for encryption and decryption. Symmetric encryption. In symmetric encryption, a single secret key is used for both encryption and decryption processes. The sender and the receiver share this secret key, and it must be kept confidential. Asymmetric encryption. In asymmetric encryption, also known as public key cryptography, two separate but mathematically related keys are used. A public key for encryption and a private key for decryption. The public key can be freely distributed, while the private key is kept secret. Option B is incorrect. It mistakenly swaps the characteristics of symmetric and asymmetric encryption. As explained above, symmetric encryption uses a single key, while asymmetric encryption uses separate keys for encryption and decryption. Option C is incorrect. Symmetric and asymmetric encryption are cryptographic techniques used for securing data in transit or at rest. They are not specifically associated with logical or physical access control systems. Access control systems typically use encryption techniques based on their security requirements, and the choice between symmetric and asymmetric encryption depends on factors such as key management, performance, and the specific use case. Option D is incorrect. Symmetric and asymmetric encryption are distinct cryptographic approaches with different key management principles. Symmetric encryption uses a shared secret key, while asymmetric encryption uses a pair of mathematically related keys. These techniques serve different purposes and have different strengths and weaknesses. Question number 7. What measures can be taken to defend against a man-in-the-middle attack? Option A, click on any link or attachment in an email from a trusted source. Option B, only visit websites with a valid SSL or TLS certificate. Option C, use the same password for multiple accounts. Option D, always use public Wi-Fi hotspots to access sensitive information. The correct answer is Option B, only visit websites with a valid SSL or TLS certificate. Using websites with a valid SSL or TLS certificate is an effective measure against man-in-the-middle attacks. SSL or TLS encryption ensures that the communication between the user and the website is secure, making it difficult for an attacker to intercept or tamper with the data being exchanged. Option A is incorrect. While being cautious about links and attachments is generally a good practice, simply trusting a source does not mitigate the risk of a man-in-the-middle attack. Attackers can compromise trusted sources, or use social engineering to trick users into thinking a source is trustworthy when it's not. Option C is incorrect. Using the same password for multiple accounts increases the risk of unauthorized access if one of the accounts is compromised. However, it is not a direct defense against man-in-the-middle attacks. Man-in-the-middle attacks involve interception of communication, and password reuse does not specifically address this threat. Option D is incorrect. Public Wi-Fi hotspots are often less secure than private networks, and using them to access sensitive information can expose users to man-in-the-middle attacks. Public Wi-Fi networks are susceptible to various types of attacks, including packet sniffing and session hijacking, making them risky for transmitting sensitive data. Question number 8. Which aspect of a professional's conduct the ISC Square Code of Ethics emphasizes? Option A, technical expertise. Option B, legal knowledge. Option C, creativity and problem solving. Option D, moral and ethical behavior. The correct answer is Option D, moral and ethical behavior. The ISC Square Code of Ethics indeed emphasizes moral and ethical behavior as a fundamental aspect of a professional's conduct in the field of information security. It outlines 4 canons that cover responsibilities such as protecting society, acting honorably, and providing diligent and competent service. The code serves as a guide for ethical decision-making and professional behavior in the industry. Option A, technical expertise, is incorrect. While technical expertise is essential for professionals in the field of information security, the ISC Square Code of Ethics specifically underscores the importance of ethical behavior. The code acknowledges the need for competence and skill, but places a strong emphasis on using those technical skills in an ethical and responsible manner. Option B, legal knowledge, is incorrect. Legal knowledge is relevant in the field of information security, especially considering the legal implications of certain actions. However, the ISC Square Code of Ethics goes beyond legal requirements and places a central focus on ethical conduct. It encourages professionals to adhere to high standards of ethical behavior even when legal requirements may be less stringent. Option C, creativity and problem solving, is incorrect. While creativity and problem solving is a valuable trait in the information security field, the ISC Square Code of Ethics explicitly addresses the need for moral and ethical behavior. Creativity is not mutually exclusive from ethical considerations, but the primary emphasis in the code is on the ethical conduct of professionals. Please subscribe to our channel. Question number 9. In the information security domain, which of the following definitions best describes risk management? Option A, the assignment of risk descriptors such as low, medium, or high. Option B, the process of identifying and controlling threats. Option C, paying an external party to accept the financial impact of a given risk. Option D, a structured approach for overseeing and managing risk within an enterprise. The correct answer is Option D, a structured approach for overseeing and managing risk within an enterprise. Risk management is a structured and systematic approach that involves identifying, assessing, prioritizing, and managing risks within an organization. It encompasses a range of activities, including risk assessment, risk mitigation, risk monitoring, and continuous improvement. The focus is on creating a framework and processes to oversee and manage risks to achieve organizational objectives. Option A is incorrect. While assigning risk descriptors is a part of risk assessment, risk management is a broader process that involves not only identifying and evaluating risks, but also developing strategies to manage and mitigate those risks. It encompasses a structured approach beyond just assigning labels to risks. Option B is partially correct. Risk management involves more than just identifying threats. It includes assessing vulnerabilities, evaluating potential impacts, and implementing measures to control and mitigate risks. The term threats also focuses on one aspect of risk, excluding other elements such as opportunities and uncertainties. Option C is incorrect. While risk transfer is a risk management strategy, it is not the entire process of risk management. Risk management involves a comprehensive approach that includes identifying, assessing, mitigating, and monitoring risks. The definition in option C focuses solely on one strategy, within the broader context of risk management. Question number 10. What cloud service model offers users internet-based access to virtualized computing resources? Option A, Infrastructure as a Service. Option B, Platform as a Service. Option C, Software as a Service. Option D, all of the above. The correct answer is Option A, Infrastructure as a Service. Infrastructure as a Service is a cloud computing service model that provides users with virtualized computing resources over the internet. Users can access and manage virtualized servers, storage, and networking infrastructure. Infrastructure as a Service gives users more control over the underlying infrastructure compared to Platform as a Service and SaaS, allowing them to deploy and manage their virtual machines, storage, and network resources. Option B, Platform as a Service, is incorrect. Platform as a Service provides a platform that allows users to develop, run, and manage applications without dealing with the complexities of underlying infrastructure. While it offers a platform for application development, it does not directly offer users internet-based access to virtualized computing resources. Platform as a Service abstracts the infrastructure details, but does not grant direct control over virtualized resources. Option C, Software as a Service, is incorrect. Software as a Service delivers software applications over the internet, allowing users to access and use software without dealing with the underlying infrastructure. However, Software as a Service does not provide users with direct access to virtualized computing resources. Instead, users consume the software application as a service. Question number 11. Which security principle focuses on safeguarding personal information and confidential data? Option A, Privacy. Option B, Confidentiality. Option C, Integrity. Option D, Availability. The correct answer is Option B, Confidentiality. Confidentiality is a fundamental security principle that involves preventing unauthorized access to sensitive information. It ensures that only authorized individuals or systems can access and view confidential data. This principle is critical for protecting personal information, trade secrets, and any other data that should be kept private. Option A, Privacy, is incorrect. Privacy is an overarching concept that encompasses the protection of personal information. While privacy is closely related to confidentiality, it extends beyond information security to cover broader aspects, including legal and ethical considerations. Confidentiality, on the other hand, specifically addresses the protection of sensitive data from unauthorized access or disclosure. Option C, Integrity, is incorrect. Integrity is another essential security principle, but it focuses on the accuracy and trustworthiness of data rather than confidentiality. Integrity measures aim to prevent unauthorized modification or alteration of data, ensuring that information remains accurate and reliable. Option D, Availability, is incorrect. Availability is the security principle that ensures that information and resources are accessible when needed. While availability is crucial, especially in preventing denial of service attacks, it is not the primary focus when safeguarding personal information and confidential data. The primary concern in this context is preventing unauthorized access or disclosure, which falls under the principle of confidentiality. Question number 12. What is a crucial phase in the process of evaluating and planning for change among the following options? Option A, assigning a project manager to oversee the change. Option B, determining the budget for the change. Option C, identifying potential risks and impacts of the change. Option D, communicating the change to end users. The correct answer is Option C, identifying potential risks and impacts of the change. Identifying potential risks and impacts is a crucial and foundational phase in change management. It involves assessing the potential challenges, obstacles, and consequences associated with the proposed change. This phase helps in developing strategies to mitigate risks and minimize negative impacts on the organization. Option A, assigning a project manager to oversee the change, is incorrect. While assigning a project manager is an important step in the change management process, it is not the initial or most crucial phase. Before assigning a project manager, it is essential to assess the potential risks, impacts, and challenges associated with the change, to inform the selection of the most suitable project manager. Option B, determining the budget for the change, is incorrect. Determining the budget is an important aspect of change management, but it is not the most crucial phase. Before establishing the budget, it is essential to have a clear understanding of the potential risks, impacts, and requirements associated with the change. Budget considerations come after identifying the scope and potential challenges. Option D, communicating the change to end users, is incorrect. While communication is a critical element of change management, it is not the initial or most crucial phase. Effective communication becomes essential after identifying potential risks and impacts. Communicating the change to end users is necessary for creating awareness and obtaining buy-in, but it is built on the foundation of a thorough understanding of the challenges and risks. Question number 13. What is the main objective of configuration management? Option A, to enforce password policies. Option B, to reduce the number of changes to a system. Option C, to ensure that all system changes are approved and tracked. Option D, to prevent unauthorized access to a system. The correct answer is Option C, to ensure that all system changes are approved and tracked. The primary objective of configuration management is to establish a systematic and controlled process for managing changes to a system. It involves documenting, approving, and tracking changes to the configuration items in an organized manner. This ensures that changes are authorized, well documented, and can be traced back, aiding in accountability and troubleshooting. Option A, to enforce password policies, is incorrect. Enforcing password policies is an important aspect of security, but is not the main objective of configuration management. Configuration management primarily deals with tracking and managing changes to the overall configuration of a system, which includes settings, software, hardware, and other components. While password policies may be part of system configuration, they are just one element. Option B, to reduce the number of changes to a system, is incorrect. The main objective of configuration management is not to reduce the number of changes, but rather to ensure that changes are controlled, approved, and tracked. Configuration management is concerned with maintaining a record of changes, understanding their impact, and managing them systematically rather than minimizing the number of changes. Option D, to prevent unauthorized access to a system, is incorrect. Preventing unauthorized access to a system is a critical security goal, but is not the primary focus of configuration management. Configuration management is more concerned with the systematic management of changes to the configuration of a system. While secure configurations contribute to overall security, the primary emphasis is on change control and tracking rather than access prevention. Question number 14. Which of the following tools is a common type of network protocol analyzer? Option A, Wireshark. Option B, TCP dump. Option C, Fiddler. Option D, all of the above. The correct answer is Option D, all of the above. Wireshark is a widely used network protocol analyzer that allows users to capture and inspect the data traveling back and forth on a network in real time. It provides a detailed view of network traffic and helps in analyzing protocols, identifying issues, and troubleshooting network-related problems. TCP dump is another powerful network packet analyzer commonly used in Unix and Unix-like operating systems. It captures and displays packet-level information, enabling users to examine network traffic, filter packets based on various criteria, and analyze protocol details. Fiddler is a web debugging proxy tool that can capture and analyze HTTP and HTTPS traffic between a computer and the Internet. While it is more focused on web traffic, it can be considered a type of network protocol analyzer for web-related communication. Question number 15. What is the difference between a denial of service DOS attack and a distributed denial of service DDoS attack? Option A, there is no difference between a DOS attack and a DDoS attack. Option B, DOS attacks target a specific website or server, while DDoS attacks target multiple websites or servers. Option C, DOS attacks use malware to infect systems, while DDoS attacks use brute force methods. Option D, DOS attacks are carried out by a single source, while DDoS attacks are carried out by multiple sources. The correct answer is Option D, DOS attacks are carried out by a single source, while DDoS attacks are carried out by multiple sources. The main difference between a DOS attack and a DDoS attack is the number of sources involved in the attack. In a DOS attack, a single source or a small group of sources overwhelm a target, causing it to become unavailable. In a DDoS attack, multiple sources, often distributed across the internet, coordinate their efforts to flood the target with traffic, making it even more challenging to mitigate. Option A is incorrect. There is a clear distinction between DOS and DDoS attacks in terms of the number of sources involved in the attack. Option B is partially correct. While DOS attacks can indeed target a specific website or server, the primary distinction between DOS and DDoS attacks is not the number of targets, but rather the number of sources carrying out the attack. Option C is incorrect. Both DOS and DDoS attacks can use various methods to overwhelm and disrupt the targeted system or network, but the key difference lies in the number of sources involved, not the specific techniques used. Thank you for joining us today at Certification Terminal. We hope you found this video helpful on your journey towards becoming a certified cybersecurity expert. If you have any questions or topics you'd like us to cover in future videos, please let us know in the comments below. Your feedback is invaluable to us. Remember to hit that like button if you found this video informative, and don't forget to subscribe for more insightful content on certification exam preparations. Share this video with your colleagues and friends who might benefit from it. Together, we can build a strong community of certified professionals. Stay tuned for more updates, and until next time, keep learning and excelling in your certification endeavors. See you in the next video.